Happy Sunday, club members. We had the busiest week in the whole wide world last week, did we not? And so there's so much to review. Let me make sure this is recording. Where's my camera? Camera, where are you? Come over here. We just lost power, which is so random. So my computer is like just slow to getting rebooted. All right, I'm going to be going through sneak peeks. I'm going to be kind of rewinding to recap what we did last week because it was so much. Let me make my head smaller. So welcome, members. New and old, young and old, members of all ages, of all the clubs. So if you received this in your email, that means you are a member of the FunFab Drawing Club or the Mixed Media Society or the Celtic Collective. And the reason I email everybody at the same time is because over half of you are in all three of the clubs. So what you do, there's a big fat typo in Drawing Club, Drawing Club. So what you do is if you're only in one club, then just scroll down to that part of the newsletter that pertains to the club that you are in, and you can ignore all the rest. All right. So let me scroll on and go through here one by one. So this is what you're watching right now. I can't believe May is almost done. That's so bananas, but I'm just going to keep this up here so you can kind of get a recap of what we've done. And then this week is, we had 3 lives last week. We had 4 if you're in the Scotland Stones and Circles experience as well. So if you weren't able to make any of those, this is your catch-up week, although you can never be behind in the club. So I don't like using that term, but if there was a live that you missed this week, you can focus on watching it. So it's kind of nice to have a little breather in the schedule since everything is so like go all the time. So so to recap, I'm going to just scroll down and we'll go through each club at a time and recap what the live was about and also what the most recent lesson was, and then also what's coming up. All right. I am in Scotland all week. So I won't be around, but Margot is going to be around for answering emails. So if you still have like account questions, and Jeanette's going to be in the Facebook group. So there's always someone here that is here to help. So don't hesitate to reach out, even if I'm not going to be online as much. There's still people that are standing by to help you if you need anything. Okay. So please email. Don't hesitate to reply back and email if you're having any issues. We are here to help. And here's coming up in June. I'm still away next Sunday, but the giveaways are going to go forward. So you're going to get an update on who the giveaways are, giveaway winners are rather. And so in case you're new to enter in the giveaway, you just need to post in the big group. And to get there, this is like from any dashboard of any of the clubs. There are 2 Facebook groups. They have the private one. This is for club members only and only lessons. And then we have the big Facebook group, and that's where you go to enter the giveaway. So when you go into the big Facebook group, you could upload copies of your work. Here we go. Just like Louise did her gorgeous. This was the live that Lucy and I hosted for Celtic Collective last week. And she put the hashtag right here, Celtic Collective. That's all you have to do. And you can enter it as many times as you want. So just, as long as it's a club lesson, you can just slap the hashtag on there and you're automatically entered to win. You can also use hashtag Karen's YouTube. And you can also use Karen's art books. Okay, there was actually a question in here. This hashtag question is awesome to add. We actually encourage you to do that in the small group, not the big group, but it's absolutely fine to do it in both groups. I actually didn't realize people were using it for in here, so I will be sure to look it up. Look at Becky's, so freaking good. Okay, so where was I? Sorry, I stopped to answer that question. Okay. So there is the, there we're back at the June calendar. So I do new YouTubes on Wednesdays. And then you can see the new lessons that are coming up. And let's keep scrolling down. We'll go club by club. All right. So this past Thursday, we had our most recent member live. back in order here because I have some sneak peeks to show as well. So we had our, sorry, that really derailed me. This was our most recent live workshop. Okay, I'm recording. Good Lord, I'm so discombobulated. And this was in honor of our of a dear member that we love and miss terribly. And I love seeing so many really, really stunning drawings and painted versions of these. I'm assuming that trace draw check method that I've been using is working well. And I'm basing that on how well everybody is doing. So I think that might be a keeper. So that was this was a super fun one. And if you want to watch the replay, you can click right there and go right to it. This is also the same. It's sort of how I mentally do all the Little Women characters, and how I break it down kind of in my books, although there's a lot fewer steps in the books, to make it kind of easy to follow. So even complex figures, like a whole figure holding things in each hand and everything, are easily broken down into easy parts. So you can draw them, and no matter what your skill level. So yeah, it looks hard, but it's we break it down really, 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 truly step by step. And if you wanted the most recent recorded lesson, the lives are a very different learning experience than the recorded lessons, which is why I do both. So the lives are nice because we get to hang out with friends, interact, but it doesn't offer, I don't think it offers the most premium learning experience. So I always make sure to always have recorded lessons as well, because it's just a lot more focused and there's less rigmarole happening with all of the things. So we are going to return to the sketch and expressions. There was requests to do a profile. I just found a really good reference. So that is going to be your next one. And then we'll do a figure, and then we're going to move on to another expression. I think we need to do something like super, super sexy. Did we do sultry? I have a book by a famous illustrator, and there's like wicked sexy faces in there. I thought that might be kind of hilarious. So let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm all up for hearing them. And then after we finish, we have 2 more expressions. I would really love to move on to some fashion illustration. I think that would be wicked, wicked fun. So, but again, I'm also up for some suggestions. So always let me know what you think. All right, now on to the Mixed Media Society. Everyone is still enjoying the Granny series, so I kept the link right here in the email for you. So if you want to go to those, you can get to them super duper fast. And then in the lives, we've been doing a lot of watercolors in the past few lives, and this one was no exception. However, this one was a deep dive on eyelashes, eyelash construction. Yes, we had a 2.5-hour class just on the little hairs that grow out of your eyeballs. So if you have any issues about directionality, about pressure, about length, about what good tools are to use, that is a very thorough lesson, like super duper thorough. I put it in the Funky Faces classroom. I hope that's okay. I could put it in the watercolor classroom because it's just watercolors, but it really applies to everything. And then after we break it down and do some practice on some sheets, we then do a whole eye from scratch together on this big piece of watercolor paper. I never get tired of doing eyes. I never tire. So I hope you enjoy that one. And if you want to watch the replay, you can click that blue button right there. The next one is, again, so that's live. And then your most recent recorded lesson is Pretty Eyed Peggy. So if you haven't had the chance, I know a lot of people were waiting for their oval canvases, which I highly recommend, because after we do Pretty Eyed Peggy, we're doing Big O Betty. So she is going to be your next one coming up in June. And she is actually easier than the first one. So if you can get through the first one, you'll have absolutely no problems getting through the ones that are coming after that. But look how cute they are together. Like, Stop it. I want to put these in my bathroom. Look how cute they are together. Like I can't even. I'm obsessed. Yeah, so easy, I would say medium. And then there's one more after that as well. I know. It's so exciting. Okay, so that is your most recent lesson, and it's made with the hamburger method, which is the same method that I use to do tons of projects, like super tons. So once you get it once, you have the supplies, you're ready to rock and roll. All right, and then if you need a tour and you're not into any of that and you want to go explore other things, by all means, please do. There's the club tour for you, and I put it for all the clubs as well. All right, last but not least, ever, the Celtic Collective is bringing in the rear. We had a super fun, way more challenging than I thought was going to be, this Galaxy Ghost. Although it wasn't hard. It looked easy with all this big space that we could just like fill in real quick with wet on wet. Started playing with salt, and then that was like, and then playing with colors, but it was a good one. And I had a couple people say that this was their most favorite live yet, which is awesome. It really is so cool. I love hearing that. So as you can see, there's different variations of this. There's a traceable for this one. We don't normally do traceables in the Celtic Collective. We normally teach drawing, but in the interest of time, so the lives aren't like 5 hours long, sometimes we'll do a traceable in the lives just so we can, again, in the interest of time, but also it's also nice to focus on just the painting every once in a while anyways. But I have seen a lot of those hands that have been hand drawn, you guys, and you are killing it. And just because we're transferring doesn't mean you can't also draw it. And I know a lot of people are, so it's awesome. Good for you. Okay, so there's the replay if you want to watch that. And then the most recent recorded lessons have been the Dryad 2 from myself and Lucy. This one was Lucy's, and this one was from myself. And then in June, we're going to do mermaids. I did do one, but I can't find her right now. And then in July, we're going to do a deep dive on hair, which will be really, really good. So yeah, we had so many projects this week. We had the Love You, Linda. That's what I'm calling this lesson. Love you, Linda. We had this one. We had the eyeball on that workshop. We had this one for the Celtic Collective workshop. And then if you're in the Scotland Stones and Stories, we're doing Guylas Duncan. We just came out on Friday as well. So I just had that in my stack because it was released. So I thought I would share that since all of our Scotland VIPs are also club members. It is quite relevant. And Lucy and we're pretty sure we're going to do a Blood of My Blood version next year. So if you liked the Scotland Stones and Stories Outlander Inspired Art Experience from 2025, you have something more to look forward to. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to resist it. I don't know why we wouldn't. So I'm going to go back to Scotland. I'm there. I'm leaving tomorrow as you're watching this, and I'm going to go back again, and we're going to do sort of more of our work trip that we do in the fall together too. So we're going to lots of new news coming out on that over the next, towards the end of the year. All right, so there's the link to the small private Facebook group. That is the link. The black button is for the big Facebook group where we do the giveaways. And then the last one is in case you wanted to catch up on any of my latest YouTube videos. All right, and if you have any login woes, please feel free to click that and get a nice review of how to log in. And if you need us to reset your password for you, totally fine. Just reply back and let us know, and we'll jump in to help. Okay? Have an amazing weekend. I am not going to be here this next week. We're going to be on vacation. So I will not be on Facebook hardly at all. I'm trying to detach, and just spend some quality time with my hubby. All right. So thank you for understanding, and I will see you on the flip side next Sunday with the giveaway winners.